Firstly, good planning. So we've been working on preparing for the arrival of the vessels for a while now. Secondly, I'd say a very good working relationship with the Ministry of Defence, primarily the Gibraltar Defence Police, who the Commissioner not so long ago signed an MOU with the Chief Police Officer, so there's a framework there for that working relationship, but also an improved working relationship with the Ministry of Defence generally. I think the advent of the Armed Forces Act in 2018, or the Armed Forces Gibraltar Act I should say, in 2018 has helped manage those relationships and provide clarity on how we deal with military and service personnel who require dealing with through the criminal justice process. But it's also allowed increased deployments of military personnel to support policing roles out in the community, which was very helpful over the weekend.
Well, without giving any secrets away, can you give us an idea of what your policing plan consisted of?
Well, there are various elements to it. Obviously, the whole planning or the elements of the plan starts when the vessels come into our jurisdictions, Gibraltar waters. So there are protective security plans around the vessels themselves to make sure that they are not harmed by any threats that could exist. But also then there's the more community-orientated planning, if you like, or operational activity, which is around facilitating personnel when they come ashore and helping them enjoy the benefits of the community. And of course the football was on, England were in the semi-finals, in the final the ship had sailed by then, so all those things have to be dealt with. Gibraltar's slowly returning to normality after the terrible year that we've all had. I mean, these things were being done before, it's just that after that hiatus, if you like, things have had to be ramped back up to the normality that we were dealing with before. So all that sort of thing has to be factored in.
Let me just ask you about the Memorandum of Understanding with the Gibraltar Defence Police. Have you really noted the impact of that agreement?
Well, I'd say yes, because it provides clarity as to the relationship. The fact is that there were legal provisions for them to assist the Commissioner in certain circumstances before. The MOU just spells that out and provides clarity to both sides about how we will deal with various elements of that. So yeah, I think it's been very useful in that regard.
Well, we also had the Euro 2020 final here on the Rock, and we've seen those terrible scenes in the UK, reminiscent of the kind of hooliganism you saw in the 80s in the UK. So was there any concern that might also play out here on the Rock, and how did you prepare?
Well, I think the first point is that I don't think we really had that level of concern because it's not an experience that we've had before. I mean, we've never seen that level of violence, that behaviour happen in Gibraltar with regards to football. So it would be difficult, it would be wrong for me to say that we would expect that. As regards to planning, we have to plan for eventualities. Even though we think that the likelihood of some of those occurring is quite small, we have to have contingencies in place to deal with everything that we can foresee could reasonably happen.